Hello everybody. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to multiply and divide monomials using two methods, algetiles and regular algebra. We're going to be starting with multiplying using algetiles. Now for our first question, we're going to use the example of 3x multiplied by 2x. Now to multiply using algetiles, we have to place a shape for each term along each outer side of the chart and then use their area to draw the answer. So for 3x, we're going to have 3 bars that are shaded in and along one side, and for 2x, we're going to have 2 shaded bars along one side. Now using the area of these bars, we can create the rest of the chart using the blocks for x squared, which gives us our answer, 6x squared. Our second example using algetiles is 3x multiplied by 2y. Now notice that we are dealing with two different variables. So we're going to follow the exact same procedure, except to denote a different variable, we will change the length of the bar. So we fill in our chart using the three regular bars for the 3x. And then we're going to have two different ones for the 2y. But it's the same procedure, so it's going to have the same filled in chart. Now because the variables are not the same, they cannot be combined, so therefore we will just list them. So our answer will be 6xy. Another example is negative 2x multiplied by 3x. Because we are dealing with terms that have different signs, we have to change the color of the bar. The negative term will not be colored, so when we multiply this out, we're going to get an answer that is negative as well. You can see how the two bars for negative x are transparent and not shaded in. But otherwise it is very simple to our first example. So our answer will be negative 6x squared. Now we're going to multiply these using algebra. So our first question will be 5x multiplied by 3x. Now when we multiply 2, 3, and 4, we're going to get the same answer as if we multiplied 3, 2, and 4. Thus the order does not matter. Since all parts are being multiplied, we can arrange these parts to multiply the coefficients by each other, which is 5 and 3, and the variables by each other, which is x and x. So we now multiply these parts. 5 multiplied by 3 equals 15. And x multiplied by x equals x squared. Another example, 4x multiplied by negative 5x. It is the same thing as prior, which is 4 multiplied by negative 5, and x multiplied by x. 4 multiplied by negative 5 is negative 20, and x multiplied by x is x squared. So the answer is negative 20x squared. For 3x multiplied by 4y. We multiply the coefficients by each other, but we cannot multiply the variables. All we can do is list them. So our answer will be 3 multiplied by 4, which is 12, and x multiplied by y. Because they are not the same, we just list them, so therefore our answer is 12xy. Our another example is 4x to the power of 3, and 2x to the power 2. We multiply the coefficients by each other, however the variables have exponents. To combine exponents, we have to add them. So 4 multiplied by 2 is 8. And then we have x to the power of 3 multiplied by x to the power of 2. The exponents 3 and 2 combined will equal 5. So our answer will be 8x to the power of 5. Now we're going to learn how to divide. First, we're going to use algetiles. So our first question will be 6x squared divided by 2x. So we'll take the denominator and draw in the shapes along one of the sides. As we then draw in the shapes for the numerator inside the cross lines, ensuring that the shape forms a rectangle, which in this case is 6x squared. Using the rectangle, we will draw in the shapes along the other side. So we have 6x squared divided by 2x. Now to fill in the rest of our chart, we have to have 3x, which therefore is our answer. We'll do the same thing, but with a negative. We followed the same procedure, except because the numerator is negative, we will not color in the inside shapes. We must now decide whether or not we color in the other side. So we'll give our negative 8x squared and our positive 4x. Now, for the rest of the chart, we have to decide whether or not that is negative. Because our product is negative, therefore it must be negative as well. So our answer is negative 2x. To divide using algebra, our first question will be 15x squared divided by 3x. To do this, we're going to take the fraction into two fractions which line up the matching parts. Numbers with variables and variables with variables. So we're now going to divide each fraction. So you must remember when dividing powers with the same base, we can subtract the exponents. So 15 being divided by 3 will be 5. And x squared divided by x will just be x. Because if you cannot see an exponent, that means that it is 1. So 2 minus 1 is 1. And if the exponent is 1, then you don't have to show it. B. 18m squared divided by 19m. Same procedure, 18 divided by negative 9 multiplied by m squared divided by m. 18 divided by negative 9 is negative 2, and m squared divided by m is negative 2m. Our last example will be 24m to the power of 5 divided by 6m to the power of 3. So we split this up into two fractions, 24 divided by 6 and m5 divided by m3. 24 divided by 6 is 4, and m5 divided by m3 is m2, because the exponent is 5 minus the exponent 3 will give us an exponent of 2. So, congratulations! You now know how to multiply and divide monomials using algebra tiles and regular algebra.